Hello, welcome back. In this video, we are going to discuss how to write the equation of a line that is parallel or perpendicular to a given line. Before jumping to our lessons, I want to review a few things, a few concepts we have learned before, and I have three questions. Right now, you can see two of them. So just pause the video, try to do that one, and once you have done, come back and watch the video again. So let me explain how to do this problem. So first, the question is asking to write the equation to slope-intercept form, that is y is equal to mx plus b, and you need to identify the slope and y-intercept, and then we have to draw the graph of the equations. If you have done that question, you can see that here is the answer for that one. You can compare this one. So to write the y is equal to mx plus b form, you had to isolate y, so you had to remove the 2x to the right side, so you had to subtract 2x, you get y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. So now it is y is equal to mx plus b form. So in the place of m, I have negative 2, the slope is negative 2, and the b, the y-intercept is 6. So when you draw the graph of this one, I need to draw the plot or identify or mark y-intercept b is equal to 6 first. Then our slope is rise over run, that is negative 2 over 1. So I had to move 2 point down, 1 to the right, 2 point down, 1 over. So continue drawing a couple of points and connect those points in a straight line. So now we have the graph of the equation. The second one, do the same thing. I need to isolate y is equal to isolate y. So when I isolate y, I will get y is equal to negative 2/3, negative 2 over negative 3, that turned to a positive 2 over 3x minus 3. So my y-intercept is negative 3 and the slope is 2 over 3. So since the y-intercept is negative 3 on the y-axis, I plot the point negative 3 and the slope is 2 over 3. That means your rise is 2 point up, your run is 3, and 3 point to the right. So from this point you need to move 2 up, 3 over to the right, 2 up, 3 over. If you go backwards, you have to go 2 down, 3 to the left, 2 down, 3 left, 2 down, 3 left, 2 down, 3 left. So draw a line connecting all those points. So that this is the graph of the line 2x minus 3y is equal to 9. So you have one more question. So that's the third one. So please pause the video once you have done that one. So please come back and watch the video. Here the question is asking to write the equation of a line that passes through negative 6, 1, and the slope of that line is 2 over 3. So we can do this problem in two different ways. So we need to write the equation. You can draw the graph, then write the equation, or we can use the algebraic method. So I will show you both ways, and let us do the graphical method first. That is comparatively easy to do it. So I have given a point, or we are given a point that is negative 6, 1. So first plot negative 6, 1, negative 6, 1, that is the point is here, and the slope of the line is 2 over 3. That means I had to move 2 point up and 3 point over. That is the pattern here. So from the given point negative 6, 1, 2 point up, 3 point over. So 2 point up, 3 point over. So draw a line connecting those points. So if I draw the line, that is the graph of the line. So I need to write the equation of this line into slope-intercept form. That is y is equal to mx plus b form. So from the graph, I could identify all the information I need. So y is equal to m is the slope, that is 2 over 3x plus b. So y-intercept is 2, 4 here. 5 is the y-intercept, so plus 5. So the equation of the line is y is equal to 2/3 of x plus 5. That is a graph. We can draw the graph. Then from the graph we can collect all the information. That means slope and y-intercept, and we can write the equation. The second method is algebraic method. So I need to write the equation y is equal to mx plus b. At this point, I know what is the slope. So I can write, or I can rewrite the equation y is equal to m, that is 2 over 3x plus b. So I am missing the y-intercept b. So to figure out that b, I use this point -6, -1. So when you have a coordinate, you know that the first number is x and the second number is y. So in the given situation, the present situation, so plug in -6 and 1 for x and y, then there is no more variable, only one variable left is a b, so you can solve for b. So my y is 1 equal to 2/3 of x is -6 plus b. So I can solve that one. So when you multiply the fractions, so multiply the numerator. So 2 times -6 is -12. For -12 divided by 3 is -4. So I get -4 plus b is on the right side and 1 is on the left side. So to solve for b, I need to remove -4 from there. So move the -4 to the left side. So add 4 on both sides. I will get b is equal to negative and positive 4 will be cancelled out. So 1 plus 4 is 5. Once you have b, the value of the b, replace the b with the given the value 5. So I have y is equal to 2/3 of x. Now I have the b is plus 5. That should be the answer, or that will be the equation of the line. So there are two different methods I have shown you. One is the graphical method. So draw the graph and identify the information what we need, then write the equation. Second is algebraic method. So write the formula y is equal to mx plus b and plug in what you know and use the point for x and y and solve for the unknown value b. So once you have the b, replace the b with the identify the value, replace the b with the value you have got after solving. So you have the equation of the line y is equal to 2/3 of x plus 5. Now let us move to the next one. So I just discussed the basic information, you know what to proceed or successful in this lesson. One more thing the lesson about is about how we can identify whether the lines are parallel or perpendicular. The first things you have learned that when you have two lines are parallel, they have the same steepness. So here are two parallel lines, so they have the same steepness. That means if two lines are parallel, they have the same slope. So parallel means they have the same slope. The same way when you have two lines or two perpendicular lines, their slopes are opposite reciprocal. So if you have a graph or if you have equation of a line, so to identify whether they are parallel or perpendicular, first we need to identify the slope of the both lines. If the slopes are same, that means both lines are parallel. If slopes are opposite reciprocal, that means the lines are perpendicular. If neither of that one, that means the line is not parallel or not perpendicular. So here I have a couple of questions. I have 4 questions are here. So try to identify whether those lines are parallel or perpendicular. Pause the video once you have done, so come back. I hope you have done that problem. So here are the answers of those questions. So here the slope of the first one is 5. I can write as a fraction 5 over 1, and the second one is negative 1 over 5. So they are opposite, the signs are opposite, and the reciprocals. So they are perpendicular line. The second one both have the same slope, negative 3 over 4. So they are parallel lines. The third one, when you look at this one, slope is one is positive and one is negative. They're opposite, and the numbers are flipped, or that means they are reciprocal. So the slopes are opposite reciprocal, so they are perpendicular. And the last one, the slopes are opposite. They have one is positive and one is negative, but they are the same numbers. So they are not same because since the slopes are not same, they are not parallel. Then slopes are not opposite reciprocal, they are not a perpendicular too. So those lines are neither of them, not a perpendicular or not a parallel one. So here is the few more question you have. So you need to identify whether the lines are you need to find the slope of the parallel and perpendicular lines. I already done those questions. So here the question is, what is the slope of the line that is parallel to y is equal to 3x plus 5? So first identify the slope of the given line. So already given equation is in form y is equal to mx plus b. So 3 is the slope. So if two lines are parallel, their slopes are same. So the slope of the parallel line is also 3. The second one is 3x plus 2y. So first you need to identify the slope. To find the slope of an equation, so you have to rewrite the equation in the y is equal to mx plus b form. Now write the y is equal to mx plus b form. So move 3x to the right side and divide by 2. I will get the equation y is equal to negative 3 over 2x plus 3. The slope of this line is negative 3 over 2. So the slope of the line that is parallel to this line is also negative 3 over 2. So the next question is the slope of the line perpendicular to this line. So this is already y is equal to mx plus b form. So the slope of this line is negative 7 over 5. So the slope of the line that is perpendicular to this line is opposite reciprocal of the slope. So this is a negative slope. So the slope of the perpendicular line should be positive and reciprocal. So the slope of the perpendicular line should be 5 over 7. Here is the next question. 3x plus 2y is equal to 14. You need to identify what the slope of the perpendicular line. So first, as I said earlier, you need to rewrite the equation to y is equal to mx plus b form. So when you do that, you will get like this. So slope of the given line is negative 3 over 2. So the slope of the perpendicular line should be opposite reciprocal of 2 over 3. So now we are moving to the next part of the lesson. Now you know and you have the skills and knowledge to write an equation that is parallel and perpendicular to a given line. So you are able to identify the slope of the parallel and perpendicular line by this problem, and also you know how to write an equation of a line if you know the slope and a point. So using those two information, those two skills, you can succeed the next part of the lesson. So that is the writing the equation of parallel and the perpendicular line. The normal procedure to write the equation of a parallel perpendicular line is, I have explained in 3 steps. The first is you need to identify the slope of the given line. So because you are going to draw the line or write the equation of a line, that is parallel or perpendicular to your given line. So from the slope of the given line, you can find or identify the slope of the parallel or perpendicular line. If the lines are parallel, they have the same slope. If lines are perpendicular, the slopes are opposite reciprocal. So third step is, now you have the slope of the parallel perpendicular line and the question will be given a point. So using that slope and point, you can write the equation y is equal to mx plus b. So write the equation y is equal to m. You already know the slope, mx plus b. So you are missing b. So using the point, b the y-intercept. So using the point, as we did in the first question, you can find out the b, or you can solve for b. Once you have b, replace the b with the number you have found. So here I have a question for you. Here is one question to write the equation of a perpendicular line. So we are given the line A and the graph of the line is here, and line A is perpendicular to line B and B is passing through 4, 0. So the graph the line B and write the equation of the perpendicular line B. So first I look at, okay, we are given the equation that line A is 2x plus 5. So first you need to identify the slope of the line y is equal to mx. So m is 2, I mean slope is 2. If I want to write the equation of line B, the first things I should know is what is the slope of the line B. So I know that, or we know that line B is perpendicular to line A. The slope of the line B will be opposite reciprocal of the slope of the line A. Slope of the line A is 2. So the opposite reciprocal of the 2 is negative 1 over 2. So the slope of my perpendicular line B is negative 1 over 2. So I can write the equation of my perpendicular line. So y is equal to m negative 1 over 2x plus a b, the y-intercept. So you look at here, y is equal to, the slope is 2 for my given line. Slope of my perpendicular line is opposite reciprocal of that 2, x plus b. The y-intercept will be different. So I don't know what is a y-intercept. So I can identify the y-intercept the line two different ways. The first, the graphical method is, so we are given a point 40. Here is the point 40, and the slope of the line B is negative 1 over 2. That means I had to move 1 point down, 2 point over. So since I need to get the y-intercept, let me go backwards. So 2 left, 1 up. So 2 left, 1 up. Then 2 left, 1 up. 2 left, 1 up. So I can draw the line. Look here, they are exactly perpendicular here. So the y-intercept of my line B, the y-intercept of my line B is 2 here. 1, 2. So I know what is the B right now. So the equation of the line, the perpendicular line is y is equal to negative 1 over 2. So negative 1 over 2x plus b. B is positive 2. So that should be the equation of my perpendicular line. So you can find the geometrical method to draw the graph and find out that way. Or we can use the algebraic method. So we are given the point 40. So plug in 40 for x and y. So my y is 0 equal to negative 1 over 2x plus b. My x is 4. Now I need to simplify that. 0 is equal to, so negative 1 times 4 is negative 4 divided by 2, that we can negative 2 plus b. To solve for b, so to isolate b, add negative 2 on add 2 on both sides, so plus 2 on both sides. So move to the left side otherwise. So b is equal to positive and negative to be cancelled out, that becomes 0. So b is equal to 2. So once I have b, replace the b here with 2. So my equation of the perpendicular line is y is equal to negative 1 over 2x plus 2. The both ways you get the same answer, so you can follow either the graphical method or algebraic method. So here is the next question. Here the question, we are given the line A and a point, line A is perpendicular to B. So I need to write the equation of the perpendicular line B. So B passes through the point 3, 1. So please try by yourself, pause the video, try by yourself, and once you have done, please come back. I hope you have done this that question. So my given line is negative 1/4 of x plus 2 and the slope of the line is 1/4. So we need to write the equation of a perpendicular line. The slope of the perpendicular line should be opposite reciprocal. So this is the slope of the given line. So opposite reciprocal of that one is negative 4 over 1. Normally we don't write 4 over 1. 4 over 1 is 4. So it becomes negative 4. Now I need to write the equation of my perpendicular line. Y is equal to m of the perpendicular line, the slope of the perpendicular line, negative 4x plus b. I just look at here, y is equal to m. Look at the both m are opposite reciprocal, x plus b, but the b is different. So this, I know the b of the given line, but I don't know the b of the perpendicular line. So I just put b. Now I need to identify the b. As I said in the previous question, you can use the graphical method or algebraic method. So let us do the graphical method first. So I have the point 3 in negative 1, that's here. Let me use another color. The slope of my perpendicular line is negative 4, that is negative 4 over 1. That means 4 point down, 1 to the right. So from this point, I had to move 4 down, 1 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 1 left. So I can keep on doing that one. So if I do the opposite, I have to get to the y-axis. So let me go the opposite way here. So 4 up, 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1 left. So unfortunately, my graph is going somewhere over here. So I'm not using the graphical method here because I need to have a bigger graph. So let us try the algebraic method. If you have a bigger graph, so you keep on doing that, you will reach it somewhere the point here. So let us find out the b, the y-intercept using the graphical method. I have the point 3, negative 1. I have x and y. So y is negative 1 is equal to negative 4x plus b. My x is 3. I get negative 1 is equal to negative 12 plus b. To solve for b, I'm sorry you could not see that one. So I have y is equal to negative 4x plus b. So we have to figure out the b and plug in 3x and y. So negative 1 is equal to negative 4x, that is 3 plus b. So to solve for b, I'd add 12 on both sides. Negative and positive 12 becomes 0. So I have left with the b. Negative 1 plus 12 is positive 11. So now I have the b is positive 11. So replace the b with 11 here. So my answer is y is equal to negative 4x plus 11. So the equation of the perpendicular line is y is equal to negative 4x plus 11. Here is the next question. Write the equation of a line A. That's sorry, equation of the line A is 4x minus 3y. I need to write the equation of the perpendicular line B, and B passes through 8 comma negative 2. The first I need to identify the slope of my perpendicular line. So for that I should know what is the slope of my given line. So this is in the standard form. I need to rewrite this equation to y is equal to mx plus b. So I can replace the equation to y is equal to mx plus b. When I do that one, I will get y is equal to 4 over 3x minus 7 over 3. The slope of my given line is 4 over 3. So since I am writing the equation of a perpendicular line, the slope of the perpendicular line should be opposite reciprocal of this slope. That is negative 3, 4. So I had to flip the numbers. So my equation of my perpendicular line is y is equal to mx plus b. I don't know what is the b. I need to figure out b. So you look at the compare this one. Look at the difference. Y is equal to m. So these lines are perpendicular. The slopes are opposite reciprocal. X plus b. So the b of my line, I don't know where the graph is going to intersect b. So I put b. So our next task is find out the b. So replace the x and y with x 8 and negative 2 and find out the b. So again, negative 2 is equal to negative 3 over 4 x plus b. So my x is 8. So if you solve this one, you can see that, so negative 2, negative 3 times 8, negative 24 divided by 4, that become negative 6 plus b. To solve for b, I add 6 on both sides. I will get b is equal to 4. So now you have the b, so replace the b with 4. So the equation of my perpendicular line is y is equal to negative 3 over 4 x plus 4. So that should be the answer. Here is the next problem. One more question you have. So the same thing. So please pause the video and do by yourself, and after that come back and watch the video. I hope you have done that one. The slope of my given line is negative 3 over 2. So the slope of the perpendicular line is opposite reciprocal, that become positive 2 over 3. So the equation of my perpendicular line is y is equal to positive 3 over 2x plus b. Compare this one. Look at the difference. Y is equal to m, the slope or opposite reciprocal, x plus b. Now I need to figure out the b. So replace the replace the x and y with the point 6 and negative 1. I will get, or we will get, negative 1 is equal to 2/3 of x, that is 6, plus b. 2 times 6 is 12. So 2 times 6 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Negative 1 is 4 plus b. That means I have to subtract 4 from both sides. So b is equal to negative 5. So now I have the b of my perpendicular line. So replace the b. I will get y is equal to 2/3 of x minus 5. Okay. This is not the only way you can use the graphical method too. If anybody want to see how that should be done, so we can do. I will show you the graphical method also here. So here is the. I don't want to draw this line. If you want to draw, you can do it. So I need to find out the b here. I know that this line passes through the point 6, negative 1. So first I plot 6, negative 1 on the graph sheet. So 6, negative 1 on the graph sheet. So 2, 4, 6, negative 1 is here. And the slope of the perpendicular line is 2 over 3. That means 2 point up and 3 point over. 2 point up, 3 point over. If I had to come back to the y-axis and do the opposite way, 2 down, 3 over, 2 down, 3 over, 2 down, 3 over. So so draw the line. This is the graph of my perpendicular line. So y-intercept of the perpendicular line is 2 for negative 5 here. So I can figure out from the graph the y-intercept is negative 5 here. So I can replace the b with the negative 5. Y is equal to 2/3 of x minus 5. So you get the same answer. So here is the next problem. You have to write the equation of a line A, that is y is equal to negative 0.5x minus 7. You need to write the equation of the perpendicular line. Oh, my given line is this one, slope of this one, 0.05, negative 0.5. And I need to write the equation of the perpendicular line. So the slope of the perpendicular line should be opposite reciprocal. I had to flip 0.5. So it is not a good idea to write 1 over 0.5. So I need to convert 0.5 to a fraction. You already know that 0.5 means half. So how do otherwise I can write 0.5 is negative 5 over 10. Then we can simplify is negative 1 over 2. The slope of my given line is negative 1 over 2. So the slope of the perpendicular line is opposite or reciprocal. That become positive 2. So negative become positive. 1 over 2 become 2 over 1. So 2 over 1 is basically 2. So equation of my perpendicular line is y is equal to 2x plus b. The y-intercept will be different. So you have to plug in 8 and 2 for x and y, and you can figure out what is the b equal to 2 times the x plus b. So you get negative 2 is equal to 16 plus b. Subtract b from both sides. Subtract 16 from both sides. I will get b is equal to negative 18. So once you have b, so replace the b here. So equation of the perpendicular line is 2x minus 18. Okay. Here is the next problem here. So 0.04. So slope of my line is here. I want to convert, since I want to find the opposite reciprocal. Since the decimal, I need to convert to a fraction. So I can write this as 4 over 10 because there is only one digit after the decimal. So I can simplify this as say 2 over 5. Both numbers are divisible by 2. So the slope of my perpendicular line should be opposite reciprocal. So positive number, that negative 5 over 2. So I can write, now I know the slope of my perpendicular line. So the equation of my perpendicular line is y is equal to negative 5 over 2 x plus b. To identify the b, replace the x and y with my given number 8, given point, negative 8, negative 2. So x is negative 2 equal to negative 5 over 2x is negative 8 plus b. I can simplify. So negative 5 times negative 8 is positive 40, divided by 2 is 20 plus b on the right side, negative 2. Subtract 20 from the both sides to solve for b. So I have minus 20 from both sides. B is equal to negative 22. Now I have the b, so replace the b here. I will get the equation of the perpendicular line is y is equal to negative 5 over 2x. What is my b? Negative 22. So that will be the equation of my perpendicular line. So I have discussed almost 6 questions. They are the different types, and some of the questions are y is equal to mx plus b form. Some of the given question equations are standard form. Some of them have fractions and some of them have decimals. So I discussed the different types of question you may see for your test on your textbook. So I hope you understood how to write the equation of the parallel and perpendicular line, and do more practice and learn the concept and acquire the skill. Thank you.